So growing up, I was always taught, and I think most of us are, that the key to success, the key to getting whatever you want, is to work really hard. Right? We're always looking to work harder. Most people I'm talking to and I start coaching are frustrated because they don't see how they can work any harder and they're still not getting the results that they want, which I think is a sign, right? I mean, if we're putting in all this time and we're filling our day with our work, whatever that looks like, and we're not getting the results, something's not working here. And really what that is this idea of approaching whatever goal we have or whatever we're trying to do with a volume approach to I'll just work more isn't effective. It actually doesn't get you where you want to go. And the key to achieving true success and really making some good money, I've learned the hard way, is not to work more, but to be more effective with the work that we're doing. There's a few things that happen. First of all, when I started in sales, I'm putting in 12-hour days. I'm first one in the office, last one out, which I always heard was that's the way to get ahead, except I was selling less than almost anybody else in the office there. When I started working less, but started getting really, really good about what I was doing, all of a sudden things started falling into place for me. There's a few keys that I've learned are really effective when you start making this transition and stop just trying to sit in the office all day and hope that's enough to actually get you where you want to go. The first one was I had to get really, really focused on what I was trying to do. What's the point of all this? So when I show up every day, what am I going to use that day to create? Most people show up and look at either what do they want to avoid for that day, what problems do we want to try and get away from or solve, and then what is sitting there on my massive to-do list that I have to get through. My to-do list, if I make one, has 6 things on it. I limit it to 6 of the most important things I can do that day. It keeps me really, really focused on what I need to get done to move myself forward rather than doing a lot of little things, which I'll end up using to avoid the big scary ones that would actually move my business a direction I want it to go. The second piece that I had to learn was work doesn't generally help anyone. A lot of the work that we do every day is moving things from one place to another, putting paper away, getting little bits and odds and ends cleaned up. It doesn't really help anybody. Okay, it might need to get done eventually, but I need my priority, if I'm in business, to be serving somebody else. So now that I'm focused, the next thing I look at is on my 6 things, are those things that actually serve somebody else? Is that actually going to help someone else achieve their goals? Because if I spend all day serving others, as we were talking about earlier, if I'm focused on service, then I've got people who can't wait to work with me. Okay, I just came back from a networking meeting a few minutes ago, and I had 3 different people in that meeting talking about the impact I've had on them. People that haven't even hired me, may never hire me. I might not see a dollar from this, but those are people that I served. It just starts this snowball effect. So now that I'm focused, am I serving the people that are in my world that I can really help? Whether or not they do business with me, that's going to come back. I know that will come back. And the third thing that we have to do is take some time to really work on getting better at our business. Okay? The people that make the most money, they're leaders in their field, meaning they're the best at what they do. And a lot of us, what happens is, I was just meeting with a guy the other day who said, I don't have time to read unless it's fiction. I'm not really into it. Okay, I know right away this is not somebody who's going to be going places. If we're not taking time to grow ourselves in our given field, there's no way that we're going to be able to really show up and serve people so profoundly that they can't wait to give us money in exchange for that service we provide. So I got to be focused every day. I got to have that focus be on serving somebody else and to increase the service that I can give and therefore the money I can make. I've got to always be improving myself. So finding part of my day every day that I can use to grow myself either as a person or in my given field, that's going to be essential for me to not just be putting in huge hours to try and make up for the fact that I'm deficient in those other 3 areas.